There's something deeply fascinating about a top 10 video. My friend, he calls them easy to digest because that's how they're made, right? They're broken down so you can easily follow along, and they're coated in a big coating of nostalgia, right? It's like a drug, it's like a hit. And that hit, it can get you to binge watch these top 10 videos. And I've been there, all right? In Korea, I used to binge watch the Watch Mojo playlists. And, I'd wake up the next morning after a whole night of binge watching, and I would, ask myself, why am I watching this time sink? Why am I not watching stuff in Korean to learn Korean? So I've been there, and no judgments. But what about a top 10 video on top 10 anime to learn Japanese, right? Wouldn't that be helpful? So let's do it. All right? Cause you smell that, baby? Cause that's some nostalgia brewing right there. I'm gonna throw a nostalgia bomb right at your face. So get some pen and paper, baby, cause here it comes. Alrighty, folks, top 10. Number 10, Full Metal Alchemist. Why? Because I haven't seen it and I really want to watch it. Number 9, Yuri on Ice. I heard really good things about it this year, and I really want to watch it. Number 8, Code Geass. I watched it once in English, and now I really want to watch it in Japanese. That's the truth. I'm serious. All right, stop the cop down. If the anime that you should be watching is the one that you want to watch, that is the best anime to learn Japanese. And that's the truth. And I know it's the truth because back in my Korean learning days, I would watch these Korean talk shows, and I secretly disliked them, but in my mind, my mind's telling me it's good for you. You're getting all this cultural information, you're learning how to speak Korean, so just keep watching, right? But that line of thinking caused me to lose interest in Korean steadily over a period of years, and then eventually quit one day. It's not all about realistic Japanese. You hear a lot of suggestions for slice of life anime if you want to learn Japanese, but if you're not 100% focused and interested in what you're watching, then eventually you're going to just turn it off and you're going to go watch something else or do something you're more interested in. It might take days, weeks, years. Might even take a few minutes before you get bored. So you could be like me and force yourself to watch, foreign TV, those Korean talk shows, right? And you learn about the hot topics and how to talk about them in Korean, and then you're slowly driving yourself crazy. And that's why I tick all the time now. So there was one moment I'd like to share real quick. There's a TV show, a talk show called Happy Together, and they had Jackie Chan on this Korean talk show. And man, if you ran into Jackie Chan, man, you would want to ask him a really cool question, right? Like I would ask him, how do I become a badass like you? That's what I would ask. But no, they asked him how much money he had, and they kept calling him Buja Hyung or Buja Ajoshi, which is like rich man or my rich brother. And it just drove me crazy, stuff like that. But there was a lot of Korean stuff that I liked too. There was comedy that I got into, and that's interesting. They make some funny stuff. There's a lot of slapstick humor, but at the same time, there's also a lot of cultural references that I couldn't get, that just no way, virtually impossible for me to understand without subtitles. So is that the answer? To turn on the subtitles? Hell no. You gotta keep them babies off, all right? You cannot, no, turn them off, all right? Let me tell you why. If if you're watching something foreign and you have English subtitles on, well, that's just English reading exercise with some background noise going on. You will learn nothing. You'll learn like chotomate and maybe opa, opa. That's about it. But you'll learn nothing outside maybe 5 words. Japanese people will always talk too fast unless you can cut the subtitles and practice. Practice. Try to listen in and try to figure out what's going on, what they mean. It's going to be really hard when you've been using subtitles for years, but that's okay. It's going to be very difficult when they use thousands of words that you don't know and you could get lost, but that's okay. All right? You don't have to choose between enjoyment of your anime and learning. You can have both. And here's how you do it. All right? You turn off the subs and you listen. Listen, 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 listen harder than you've ever listened before. And you're going to get yourself a notebook. And what you'll discover is the same words used over and over. They're gonna say them over and over and over. And in your notebook, if you hear a word like 3 or 4 times, jot that sucker down, or even the video time that it appeared in, because don't stop that video. That's a high risk right there, young man. So keep the video going and just jot down the words. You're gonna have to guess the spelling. But at the end of the video, you're going to have about 3 to 5 words that you'll hear over and over, and those are the key to understand what's going on. You're going to take those words and you're going to look them up in your online dictionary. And like I said, you got to work out how they're spelled, play around with them. Japanese has these weird spelling rules, like all languages. English. There's this u sound that's hidden a lot. Like in English, we say the city Tokyo, but in Japanese, they spell it Toukyo. All right, so a little tiny u there. You also have the chichai tsu they use. And if you're using Romaji to write down, which is perfectly fine, just notes, it comes across as like a double T, like in choto, and the double T in mate. So it doesn't matter Romaji or kana, you can do either one, but look up those words, and if you still can't spell them, you have the Japanese subtitle files to look through. If you can, try to get the sentences that these words came from, so you can learn from that sentence as well. If you can't find that sentence, then just go to your online dictionary and you'll find that word, and you'll find like 5, 6 really good sentences to learn from that are example sentences. So you do this, do your learning, and then you create those flashcards that we've been talking about: close, listening, and shadowing. So you do all those cards and you learn, and if you still don't understand what's going on in the episode, if you want to learn more, then read the summary. Go online and you can read that summary in English if you like. Some people do it in Japanese, but hey, let's take it one step at a time, all right? One step at a time. It's already difficult getting anime fans off of those subtitles, so that's cool. It's cool. You can even rewatch the episode if you like. I don't really like to anymore because I just get bored easily, and I've got a lot of anime to catch up on, so I just watch one, keep going. But you can rewatch them once if you like. But remember, there's a lot of anime out there, so go watch it all. Watch everything. Watch all the good stuff. But please, no subtitles. No subs. Don't do it. No subs. No subs.